candlesticks of the end times and the melted wax. How does this relate to the prophecy, and how does this relate to the end? Candlesticks and lampstands kept the fire burning, and what we see is candlesticks keeping that fire burning for the 1260 days. Revelation chapter 11 verse 3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days clothed in sackcloth. So we see that fire burning for 1260 days, 1,260 days to be exact, until those candlesticks are put out. But until then, the fire proceedeth forth and burns hearts. Revelation chapter 11 verse 4. These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the God of the earth. And these candlesticks that burn the flame carries the fire, and it keeps the fire burning. Helps the people to be able to see. Illuminates the path. Revelation chapter 11 verse 5. And if any man will hurt him, fire proceedeth out of their mouth, and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. And it's through the mouth proceeds this fire that scorches and burns the flame. The flame, the fiery flame of the law, like it's written in Deuteronomy chapter 33. And he said, the Lord came from Sinai and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of saints. From his right hand went forth a fiery law for them. But this fiery law and this flame that will be setting the earth ablaze in the end times is what Christ talked about and how he wanted and wished that the earth was already set ablaze. Luke chapter 12 verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what if it be already kindled? And what happens to candles? What happens to candles when the flame comes? These things are talked about. We know what happens when the people and their little candles that they hold, when they wax cold from no flame. What ends up happening is a candle waxes cold and it hardens until you light that flame on it, and then it softens up and then it starts to melt. And this is because of the law. Christ says that because of the abounding of iniquity, which is violations of the law, people's hearts grow cold because they don't have the law in their heart. Matthew chapter 24 verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. The iniquity of violations of the law caused the hearts to go cold. There is no burning flame of fire in the heart. And is it not written that the wicked who do lawless will melt like a candle before the fire? Psalm chapter 68 verse 2. As smoke is driven away, so drive them away. As wax melteth before the fire, so let the wicked perish at the presence of God. Yes, the whole world is going to be set ablaze. Fire is coming everywhere, and it's going to melt hearts, and it's going to be really toasty in here. Psalm 97 verse 5. The hills melted like wax at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the Lord of the whole earth. And what day burneth like an oven? The day of the Lord, that we prepare everybody to raise that banner and let everybody know that the day of the Lord cometh. How ye that the day of the Lord cometh, burning like a fire, like a fiery oven. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon a high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones, I also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together, for the Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall cometh as a destruction from the Almighty. And we see the armies rising up. We see the flame of fire of that army with the Constitution, with the law, under the banner for Christ's kingdom, the kingdom of God, that great mountain. And it causes the earth and their hearts to melt, to see what's about to come upon the earth, because that fiery law is prophesied, and those plagues from the law are prophesied for 1260 days, and the whole earth will be put on notice for that great and terrible day. Isaiah chapter 13 verse 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Their hearts will melt. This fiery law and plagues and judgments are prophesied on them. The kingdoms of the earth and these mountains will be brought down low. Micah chapter 1 verse 4. And the mountains shall be molten under him, and the valleys shall be cleft, as wax before the fire, and as the waters that are poured down a steep place. They will melt as wax before the candle's flames. The lampstand's flames that will burn with fire that will come out the mouth. And mountains will melt, hearts will melt, and people's knees will shake at the things that are going to come upon the earth that are prophesied unto them. And this is the prophecy of melted candles.